So we all knew why Trudeau appointed his close family friend David Johnston to be the special rapporteur to decide whether there should be a public inquiry into Chinese interference into Canadian politics and elections. And a public inquiry means that Trudeau's part in all of this gets aired publicly. Because one thing that I want to know is, what did Trudeau know and when exactly? Because Trudeau's been saying he doesn't know nothing. Yet the people that are supposed to be informing Trudeau say they do inform him, so somebody's not telling the truth there. But of course, it's times like these that you really appreciate and cherish your close family friends that you can appoint to cover everything up for you. I mean, here's from SpencerFernando.com. Johnston betrays the nation. Special rapporteur David Johnston chooses to do Trudeau's bidding by recommending against a public inquiry into China's election interference. Johnston, a known fan of communist China, has recommended against a national public inquiry, claiming that the information he learned couldn't be shared publicly. And that's the other thing, too, is like, wouldn't you want to bring in somebody who seems somewhat impartial on some level? He obviously doesn't seem impartial to Justin Trudeau, considering the close family ties, but he also doesn't seem very impartial when it comes to China either. I mean, here the National Post wrote an article about how he spent half a century supporting Beijing's strategy to draw Canada into its orbit of influence. Here, 3 of his daughters attended university in China. Apparently, at a luncheon speech of the Canada-China Business Council in 2013, Johnston said it would be wonderful if all Canadians learned to speak Chinese. Yeah, you could say this guy's a bit of a fan. What did the leader of the opposition have to say about this? Let's find out.
But unfortunately, there's no common sense in Justin Trudeau's Ottawa. We see today that his ski buddy, cottage neighbor, family friend, and member of the Beijing-financed Trudeau Foundation came out and did exactly what I predicted, helped Trudeau cover up the influence by Beijing in our democracy. We know that Beijing interfered in 2 elections to help Trudeau win. We know that Beijing gave $140,000 to the Trudeau Foundation with the express purpose of buying the love and the loyalty of Justin Trudeau. And we know that Trudeau has been briefed on these matters for years and done absolutely nothing about it except try to keep it quiet and name call anyone who spoke out about it. And then in order to further sweep the matter under the rug, he put his friend, his ski buddy, his cottage neighbor, and Trudeau Foundation member, David Johnston, in charge of today's whitewash attempt. Conservatives are not buying it. We need a full public inquiry to get to the bottom of Beijing's interference in our democracy. And that's what I will deliver when I am Prime Minister. There will be a full public inquiry into this mess. And in the meantime, we will continue to push for a real foreign influence registry that exposes anyone who does paid work on behalf of a foreign dictatorship to manipulate our politics. It's just common sense. Let's bring it home. Let's bring home control of our democracy back into the hands of the Canadian.
Well, I would have liked to have seen him a little more animated there, but he's right. And what I want to know, is what did Trudeau know and when did he know it? And why did he do nothing? I mean, we already know that Trudeau is corrupt. It's scandal after scandal. It's not that much of a stretch that he'd be corrupt here as well, is it? How about from Andrew Coyne? Holy crap, no public inquiry. Johnston says no evidence, government ignored interference, instead analyzes media coverage. Well, you'd do the same thing if you were Justin Trudeau's friend, right? That's what friends are for. Here's what I said on Twitter. Unsurprisingly, close family friend of Justin Trudeau decides that Chinese interference into Canadian elections is none of your business. Here from Spencer Fernando, he says, Johnston didn't even focus on China during his press conference, spending more time critiquing media coverage instead. He echoed Liberal talking points about the media reporting on Chinese interference being incorrect or based on incomplete information. This is a massive win for China. Well, here's another tweet from me. Trudeau family friend gives Trudeau the all clear, but those dastardly leakers need to be stopped. If not, Trudeau might have to recruit another close family friend to tell Canadians that none of this is any of their business. Yeah, this David Johnston, the special rapporteur, seemed very concerned about the leaks, actually. The leaks where people found out about all this interference and, that made Trudeau look bad. That seems to be the real problem in his mind. Johnston said the intelligence leaks fueling many media stories need to be stopped. Quote, "It's a matter of urgency that all efforts be made to identify and hold the leakers responsible. Malice could not be ruled out." Yeah, because anybody who would want to leak information about corruption in our own government is probably just a jerk, right? Thank goodness Johnston got to the bottom of that. Anyway, let's end it off with this. Again, from SpencerFernando.com. China's interference efforts will now continue and likely even be heightened since they have learned they can get away with it. They know they have friends like Trudeau and Johnston throughout the Canadian power structure, friends willing to ignore the majority of Canadians and the majority of MPs in order to ensure that there is no real investigation of what China is doing. Of course, this is a massive loss for Canada. And it's no less than we would have expected from Justin Trudeau and his friends. Anyway, please subscribe, like, and share. Sharing really helps me out. I thank you for that. We'll see you next time.